up, besties? It's your girl E.Michelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If this is your first time, make sure you click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. And to all of my OG besties, what up though? Alright, you guys, I saw Claws as a, like, they were just doing some commercials advertising it. I was like, nails, drama, yes, give it to me, I'm here for it. Okay, so I kind of was like, I don't know if I'm gonna review it or not. And after watching the show last night, I decided I was gonna do reviews on the show. So guess what, you guys are stuck with me for 10 more weeks. Actually, well, I guess 9 weeks this week plus 9 more of reviews of this show, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So let me go ahead and get into the cast of the show for those who don't know where everyone comes from, so you can get a better idea. You might have seen them before and like, I've seen that person, where did they come from? I'm gonna let you know, okay? So the cast is Niecy Nash, and you guys know her from Reno 911, and she plays Desna Sims. Then we have Carrie Preston, who plays Polly, and she is from The Good Wife as well as Lost, but I remember her from The Good Wife, and she's actually gonna be reprising her role here soon in The Good Fight, which is a spinoff of that show. Then we have Judy Reese, aka Quiet Ann, which I was surprised to see her in this capacity because she was on Scrubs before. You guys remember she played Donald Faison's, is it Donald Faison? Am I saying his name right? I think so. It was his girlfriend slash fiance on Scrubs, and then she also played on Devious Maids as well. But she's playing Quiet Ann, and Quiet Ann is, they haven't come out and said she's lesbian, but we're gonna say she's a lesbian. And then we have Karrueche Tran, who plays Virginia, and she actually won a role for her won a award for her role in The Bay, which I've never seen before, but I think I'll go back and watch it just because I've been kind of impressed with her acting skills. I mean, she ain't giving me like Halle Berry's or nothing like that, but she's doing pretty good, and I'm happy that she's found work outside of Chris Brown. And then we have Jen Lyon, who plays Jennifer, and people know her from St. George, which was a television show. I have no idea what that is, so I can't even give you any information on that. But anyways, those are our 5 manicurists, and there are several other characters that we'll be introduced to throughout the show, but those are our 5, and I'm excited about it. So the plot of Claws is basically 5 manicurists at the nail artisan salon of Manatee County. They enter a traditionally male world of organized crime when they begin laundering money at a neighborhood pain clinic. Okay, so that is the plot that is basing everything around. So let's go ahead and get into episode 1. Y'all know I have my notes, okay? Yes, indeed. So episode 1 is called TIRANA, and basically for this new show, because we don't have a whole lot of back history and things like that, and then it's scripted, I decided that I was just going to give you guys the key points to the episode, and that way you'll be able to have an intelligent conversation about it or catch up on some things that you may have missed. How about that? Okay, so Desna is basically the HBIC at the nail shop, and she looks after everyone, including her intellectually disabled brother Dean. Now, if you guys don't know who Dean is, Dean played on Oz, he played on Lost, and he was in The Best Man as well. So that's where we know him from. And he's actually, I will find out what he actually has, but he's really smart, but oh man, I really wish, I'll figure it out and I'll put it down below what he has. But yeah, so his disease kind of gets to her, but she still manages to take care of everything, and that's what I really love about her character, is that she's like this hardcore, get them, like, hey, I'm making stuff pop, but I care about everyone, and I just resonate with her character so much. So anyways, Polly was locked up due to identity theft of social security numbers and other crimes, and the funny part about it all is that she is like this really preppy person, like this someone you would never even think of would be into any sort of crime or anything. So her character having this bracelet on is just like hilarious. Anyways, and the nail shop is ran by Roller, who works for Uncle Daddy, who is the head of the mafia. Okay, so just let you know who he is, and he is also Desna's love thing, her love interest. I wouldn't even say love interest, I would say that's her dependable, you know what I'm saying, okay? So anyways, they are actually money laundering via the pain med clinic that is down the street from the nail shop. And one thing I did notice is that they don't drop all of the money off directly like into one bank account. They are constantly going to different banks and dropping off the money, and the drops were happening with Desna and Jen, and then we also find out that Quiet Ann does them as well. Virginia wanted to kind of get in on it, but they were like, no, you're new, you don't need to be in on this stuff, and you'll learn one day, mind your business, stay in your place, do what you're doing. Okay, so I thought that was really good. It kind of introduced us in to how these 4 girls have a close-knit relationship, and Virginia was kind of on the outside. Okay, so Desna has been promised this money from Roller for over a year, and he still hasn't come through, and she confronts Roller about it, and he continues to deflect and say, hey, it's Uncle Daddy's the reason why you haven't got your money. I'll talk to him. And then come to find out that Uncle Daddy has given Roller a whole house, and she still has not gotten her money. And she's like, where my money at? I need my coins. Okay, and he's gotten this really, really huge mansion, and she's like, okay, something ain't right, and he's still feeding her that, baby, I got you, let me just talk to Uncle Daddy. So instead she goes and talks to Uncle Daddy on her own. She's like, where my money at? And he gives her this really small percentage. I want to say it was less than the 10,000 she was supposed to be getting. So it may have been like 7,000 or something like that, but she didn't get what she wanted. But Roller ends up sleeping with Virginia, okay? And Des finds out and kicks her out of the nail shop because, of course, if back in the beginning of the episode, Roller comes in and Desna follows him to the back, and they getting it on, having a conversation about business and pleasure at the same time. I was here for it. I was like, yes, get it. And just to let you guys know, if you haven't seen it, Roller is the, they call him the Eminem looking dude. He has like the golds. He's the white boy. He's just giving you all kinds of that just thug life flavor, okay, but in white boy fashion. Okay, so Des goes out to Roller's house and finds him screwing Virginia and asking for the same things that he asked Des right before he climaxes. And we found out before that while they were having intercourse, that Des would have to choke Roller. That was something he was into, like choke him literally until he was passing out. And I was like, oh, okay, that's some freaky stuff, but hey, if he like it, I love it. And that's exactly what he was having Virginia doing, and Virginia was uncomfortable with the situation. Like, even though she was a hoe, she was like, no, like you could hear it in her voice. And she kind of made her presence known. Des made her presence known, and then Roller gets up and he tries to act like nothing is going on, but of course we all know what's going on. Okay, so Des is threading Roller's eyebrows. She goes and sits down, puts her purse down, gets out her little thread, puts the towel down, and he lays his head in her lap, and she's sitting there getting ready to thread her eyebrows and thread his eyebrows, and he's like, oh, that hurts this time. She was like, sometimes things just hurt, And so they begin to talk, and Roller tells her, you need to stop going to Uncle Daddy about things. You need to come to me because you work for me. Okay, so you need to stop all that. And if you do it again, it's going to be some problems. By this point, Des is already fed up. She's like, y'all ain't gave me my money. Y'all owe me my coins. I've been doing these runs for y'all, and y'all not coming through with my money. I need my money. Somebody gotta die. Okay, so she goes ahead and she just chokes the mess out of him with that thread, puts him under the water. She's choking him. Finally, she thinks he's dead, and she gets back up. She's getting ready to kind of get her purse and walk away from the whole situation, and here comes Roller. Roller comes up out the water, and he just starts beating the crap out of her. And right before he was finna give her that last little deadly blow, that deadly blow that they talk about on Lifetime and stuff, Virginia comes and Virginia shoots him, and then he dies. So you can tell from the look in Dez's face and the look in Virginia's face, they now have a mutual respect for each other, especially Des for Virginia, because literally she just saved her life. But now they got to figure out, okay, what they gonna do with the body. And then basically this is how the episode ends, and then they give us the previews of the rest of the season. So there are some things brewing inside of this episode. I don't know if you guys caught it or not. There were some unidentified Italian men who kept coming to the clinic. The doctor kept telling Des about the situation, and she was like, no, you can go tell Roller, this is Roller's business, go tell Roller. And he was like, no, I need you to come handle the situation. And these two, I want to say the Italian, they could have been German, I'm not really sure, but they were just sitting there, and come to find out, they were clocking how many people were coming into the clinic. And this clinic had tons of people in there that were just getting pain meds, not so much being authorized. So he was a real doctor writing real prescriptions, but the prescriptions weren't going out the door. They were only coming right inside, and you had to pay for cash. So that's how the laundering things got to going. But so Desna comes in, and she tells them, hey, you know, you guys gotta leave. But right before that, we see a woman sitting at her desk, and she's a little skeptical about doing her nails, but she doesn't say anything, of course, because that's not what you do when you're a nail tech. And the lady ends up being with the two guys who were sitting in the oh, excuse me, my nose is itching, Jesus. Ooh. So the lady ends up being with the two guys who were sitting in the clinic earlier. So we don't know what's really going on. The old lady, she has to be at least in her 50s or 60s, older white lady. She has these marks, not marks, she has these tattoos on her hands. So you know she's a part of something, you just don't know what just yet. And then we also know that they're going to have to find a way to get rid of Roller's body, but at the same time play it off so that they can still get their money, because they still got money that's owed to Des and everyone else for the runs that they've been doing. So we know those things are brewing up in the episode, and there'll be tons of other things going on. You guys let me know what you think about the show thus far. I'm here for it. I liked it. I'm not gonna say I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait to, you know, watch the next episode, let me watch it on regular TV. No, I'm still gonna watch it on DVR, but I am here for the show. I think it's gonna be great drama, suspense, and then I like the little bit of comedy that they had in the show. So you guys let me know what you think down below. Are you gonna watch with me, or are you just gonna, you know, kind of play catch up? Yeah, and that's it. I'm gonna go eat my lunch and get back to work, so I'll holler at you guys later. KK, bye.